Hey, good morning. This is Carla, living a rogue life. Thanks for coming in. What I want to do today is try to make this video without any editing because all my editing software is at the shop on the computer there, and I don't want to go into the office. So, Mountain Grandma and Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farm put out a soaping September, and today is the last day, September 30th. And I'm going to try to knock this out first thing this morning. So let's get to it. So what I did was I went over to Michael's and I bought a melt and pour. This is a melt and pour oatmeal base, and then I bought. Okay, so this cost $14 at Michael's. And then I bought this mold because I thought it was really cute. And it's like little honeycombs and it's got a couple bees on it. I thought it's not really what I was looking for, but yeah, for oatmeal soap, it'll work. This cost me $7. I'm making two different um, essence. So what I want to do is color one of them so I'll know. This little kit of 3 soap dyes cost me $6.99. And then the oils, this is green tea and cucumber, and this one is honey and almond, and each one of these was about $6, just to give you an idea. So supposedly it's simple. Pop it open. Now, the one thing they don't tell you is how much you need for each mold, or how much it takes. So what I'm going to do is just kind of break it out. It does have kind of guidelines on the container. And I'm going to break this out. Maybe. Voila. And I think I'm going to start. I put down a silicone mat just so I'm messy, just so I wouldn't make a big, huge mess everywhere. I think I'm going to start there. I can always melt more, and I can always pour back what's left over. So, I think the smaller you cut it, the better will be. Cut that again. Yeah, I'm actually thinking a piece this size, maybe 2.5 or 3 of these per each mold. Just my best guess. And again, I'm no expert at this, but I didn't want to miss out on making some homemade soap. I guess the ultimate thing is to find out, when I use this entire box for $14, how many bars of soap do I actually get out of it? And I tell you what, this stuff just feels creamy. So, all right, 3, 6, 9. All right, so what I'm going to do is pop this in the microwave and melt it at on 30-second intervals. And we'll see what that looks like after 30 seconds. Go ahead and open up my colors. Now, I'm not going to put any color in the honey and oatmeal, but I did want to be able to tell them apart. So I'm going to put a little bit of color into the green tea and cucumber. I'm hoping there's a green seafoam. That'll work. So it's seafoam, peach, and what is this one? Lilac. I like melt and pour. Now, I like to make like body butters and things like that. I'm not one who's interested in getting into making lye soap. That's just sounds like way too much work and math for me. All right, 30 seconds. Let's see where we're at. So 30 seconds. We got a little bit of melt. I'm gonna Give it a quick stir around. Put it back in for 30 more seconds. I do want to try to make glycerin soap, just because I think that clear glycerin soap with, I don't know, your herbs or flowers inside would be really pretty. So I may try that next. Let me try how any dusting going on in here. Okay, this is after 60 seconds. It still has some lumps in it. Let me stir it around real quick. I think I'm going to give it one more 30 seconds in the microwave. So personally, I think this is really easy, especially as a beginner, just to see if you even like it. I think you ought to try everything once and possibly twice, just to make sure you did it right the first time. And there are a lot of things that I've done over and over and still didn't like it. So, but this is simple enough. Anybody could do it. Actually, you know, if you cut the soap base yourself, this is a great project to do with kids. And maybe make them want to take a bath a little more. Okay. So now, I don't know if you can see this. That is liquid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put part of it into another container so that I can put half of it over there maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do enough. Let's just go this way. All right. So this one I'm going to start with the green tea. Wish you could smell a vision. All right. And I'm going to use about 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 drops. And I'm going to put in my seafoam green. Let's start with 3 drops and see what that looks like. I guess because it's white, we really didn't get much color, so let's try that again. Okay, so this looks about right to me. So I don't know if you can see that. It is, I need to stir it a little better, but it's just a really light shade of green, just enough to let me know which soap has the different fragrance in it. And you can do this with essential oils. You could do it with nothing. You just wanted to melt that base and pour it into pretty molds. You could do that as well. So, all right. So you can see this a little better. And I'm just going to start by filling my molds. Ooh, got that one a little full. All right, I have this other little mold that I was going to keep out in case I had extra. And since I have just a tiny bit extra, I'm gonna spill it everywhere. I'm actually just gonna pour it over here. And melt the second round. Alright, so I want to say that's about a third. I used about a third of this wax. And I got 3. So let's do that again because I need 3 more. So I'll do the exact same thing on this side. Put that back in. Get back on. And if I mix up too much of this, once this has hardened, I can easily pour that out, remelt what I had already mixed, and then continue to use it. So you don't have to have multiple molds. It takes about 45 minutes for this to get firm enough to probably turn out. And since the other one took 90 seconds, I'm just going to start this batch off on 90 seconds. Now I won't be adding any color to this, so make sure I got those closed. Make sure I got that closed. Otherwise I'll put it away and it'll spill everywhere. Alright, so the next one's going to be honey and almond. And here's my receipt from Michael's. I don't know if I can show you this. Get up close enough? Maybe not. Anyway, the oatmeal was 14. The oatmeal base was $14.99, and it depends. I mean, so they had oatmeal base, they had aloe vera base, they had goat milk base, and they had glycerin. The reason I went with oatmeal is just because that's David's favorite. My favorite is probably the goat's milk soap, but I have plenty of that already. Alright, let's give this a quick stir. Couple more seconds in here. And just remember, it's soap, not icing, so don't lick the spoon. I just looked at it and went, oh, I should lick that. No, you shouldn't. Unless you want to wash your mouth out with soap. Now, that could be funny. All right. Batch number 2, nice and melted. I'm going to give it a quick swirl, make sure no lumps, we're good and smooth. I'm going to take the honey almond. And put quite a bit in there. Stir it up. Mix it up, stir it up, beat it up, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, now that smells good. That actually smells better than the... I really like that cucumber and green tea, but this really smells good. And then same thing, just pour it in the mold. Now I'm gonna leave this in here. I have extra left over, but instead of just pouring it in here and making two little cubes out of it, I'm gonna let this harden, and then I'm gonna remelt this and see if I can get one more. So I'll be back in about 45 minutes and turn these out, and we'll take a look at them. No. Well, that was totally disappointing. Um, I just filmed taking these out of the mold. I reheated the remainder of my soap base, and I poured 1.5 more into the mold. And then I look over and realize it didn't record. So I haven't put everything away, but this is, so I let it sit for about 35 to 40 minutes. It is still a little bit soft, but it was firm enough that I could turn them out of the silicone molds. This one has little honeycombs on it. And yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit it. I can put these two pieces of video together, but thanks for watching. Remember to go over and check out Mountain Grandma and Yogi Hollow Farm. I'll put the links of both of those channels below. They both have playlists for the Soaping September collaboration that was done for the month, and I'm glad to be a part of it and get in on the very end.